You're in Phoenix right now. That's the site of a big bounce back win that wasn't guaranteed, obviously. You get smacked around at Oklahoma City, understandably so, given the injury situations and given that, that is the team by far with the best record in the West. But you go to Phoenix and, very shorthanded, able to win that game, even with Ja Morant in street clothes. We'll talk about Ja in a second. But first, you've been around this team in ways that most of us have not. What's been the mood around getting that win in Phoenix the way they were able to get it earlier this week?
As Taylor Jenkins talked about, after the game, that attitude started at shoot around. I mean, they showed up, I was at the shoot around and they showed up in a real business minded, mentality. It wasn't a lot of guys there because there's a lot of guys on the injury report. So, the 9 or 8 or 9 or, whatever guys that they had available for that shoot around were all locked in that shoot around. Taylor went around to each individual that was going to be active that game and had a one-on-one talk, as they were warming up. And then, obviously we get escorted out once they get started with the work from a media standpoint. But, the bottom line is that these guys know they've been in this position before. They've had to endure a lot, without Ja Morant and some of their big-time guys available. And that goes back to, Jaren Jackson Jr. and Desmond Bane. They didn't do a great job last season when the season started and Ja was suspended for those 25 games. The Grizzlies only won 6. I think they were 6-19 during that first 25. And I think that burned those guys because both Dez and Jaren were available to start last season and they had to adjust. This season, they've adjusted. And when this team, they feel like they can endure whatever comes their way. And as long as Jaren and Dez are playing the way they're playing, they feel like they got a shot every night, no matter who else is available.
The Gary Parrish Show, live weekdays at 10 a.m.